Today we are making Hesco Bastions. I've made 3 blocks that are going to be the main bulk of the Hesco barrier. I hope the sand we're gonna add to the top is enough weight so they don't get knocked around too much. I'm gonna wrap these in tape. I cut the tape along the corner to hide the line where the tape stops. Let's add the mesh. I measure out how long a piece I'll need to go all the way around the foam block, and I cut it off. It seems a little bit too tall, so I'll just trim off the top row. Next up, we're gonna make it look like the canvas lining wraps around the top of the mesh cage. And I'll use a narrower masking tape because we don't want it too wide. I'll run the painter's tape along the drywall tape so half of it is overlapping. Then we can wrap it around the edge and the tape will stick to itself, so it shouldn't come loose. Looks like a tennis net. Okay, let's just trim off this bit and this bit. Now we take our tennis net and wrap it around the foam block. And we use a sharp knife to remove the overlap. The adhesive on this tape isn't sticking to the barrier as much as I'd like it to, so I'm gonna cover it with PVA glue to see if we can't make it stick better. And now that it's dry, it's not going anywhere, though it's still bulging here and there. Maybe it would have been better to cut the mesh into 4 pieces instead and glue them to each side. Since the PVA glue didn't seal this gap here, I'll just run some hot glue around the edge so the sand won't fall out. Now we'll fill it up with sand. I'm adding quite a lot because I want to give the Hesco barrier some weight. And I'll soak the sand with diluted PVA glue with a drop of washing up liquid in it to reduce surface tension. Okay, that took forever to dry. I'll just top it off with some super glue to make sure the sand is rock hard. Let's get some paint on our Hesco Bastions. I'll start with a base coat of PVA glue mixed with black craft paint. We'll paint the canvas lining in a beige color. You could also go with green or any other color you want to. That's looking alright. Let's paint the sand, and to do that we're going to use a brown color. Let's paint the wire mesh in a metallic color. If I were to do this again, I'd try to paint the mesh and the canvas separately before gluing the mesh in place. I think it'd be a lot easier. Looking at the sand, I'm slightly tempted to just glue some actual dirt on it, because strictly speaking the sand particles are too large for this scale. But some actual dirt should look the right size. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so this looks a lot better. I'll do the same thing for the other ones too, but I'll paint up one with sand so you can see the difference before I cover it in dirt. We need more glue. Now we'll give everything a slightly diluted wash of Acrac's Earthshade. And I'll dry brush the sand and the top part of the lining. Let's take a look at the final result. As always, thanks to my patrons who support this channel. If you want to see more of these types of videos, I've made this playlist for you. Go check it out.